Okay, we are walking to the Wynn. We got set over setted in our first bracelet event. Really gross. And then same exact thing happened in the cash game. Not bad. So this definitely makes me feel like a pro because I'm on the hunt for games and tournaments and adding things to my schedule. I had a Vloggers cash game scheduled today. And that got canceled because the person hosting it got sick. So we are going to the Wynn to fire in a 100K guarantee event. And it is gorgeous here. I mean, what a way to walk around. Whew. Okay, here we go. Wish us luck. This is our second day in Vegas. Anything else? Had a good breakfast. I'm prepared. Light exercises this morning. Going to the gym tonight. Now there's some wind, so I'm gonna let this go. I'll see you in there. It's been a funky tournament so far. I came in a few levels late, and every time I've opened, I've been 3-bet huge. So, you got to take a stand sometimes. So when I look down at Queen Jack off, I open in the cutoff. The big blind shoves on me for not much more. And so I decide, you know what? It's been an hour and a half of me being here, being 3-bet, pushed off everything. I'm going to take a stand here with some removal to good cards. I happen to run into ace king, but on a flop that comes queen high and holds, we actually ended up picking up this pot and getting a knockout, which is pretty stellar. In the very next hand, under the gun +1 opens it. We look down at the pocket rockets, and so we 3-bet in position. We get under the gun +1 to call, and we go heads up to a flop. And we go heads up to a flop of 6, 5, 8 rainbow. Under the gun checks. I figure this is a good board to keep firing on, build a pot. And he's got other plans because Mr. Under the Gun is going to elect to just jam it in my face here. Thinking, again, I look like a weaker player. I've been folding a lot. There's already a lot of dead money. He's just trying to pick this up. So I surmise I'm way ahead and I call. He flips over middle 2 pair, 6-5 suited. I'm able to river a paired board to give me top 2 and get a big double up here early on in the tournament. I'm not happy about it.
You pay?
We started with 20,000. 25. Oh. Okay, we started with 25,000 on our first break, and we were up to 58 and change. So we're doing good. Do we know? We're coming back to 300, 600. Wish us luck. After the break, I was fortunate to not run into much opposition for a while, pick up some healthy pots, and running pretty hot is very helpful. So I think showing down with that Queen Jack off hand was help build the image that I'm not here to be pushed around, and I'm also here to gamble. So tread lightly. And continuing the running hot fashion here, I pick up aces again in late position with action in front. So I 3-bet, get 2 all-ins in front of me. So we're going to go 3 ways with aces, hoping to scoop a 3-way all-in here.
Come from behind with the bottom set. Aces twice in one. Wow, case ace.
In our next big entanglement, we look down at pocket eights and blinds of 400, 800, 800. So we min raise, we open at 1600, and the blind, one of the blinds here, decides to rip it for 20,000. I think that's a big rip, and he's ripping probably really wide here. And so if I think my eights are ahead of a lot of his blocker hands, like anything with ace high, I think I'm good here. So after pondering, I do end up sticking it in. And when we stick it in, we see we're up against pocket four. So we make a great call. And let's see how the board runs out. Yeah, really gross here. Pocket fours has 6 outs, 2 fours, and any 2. He ends up rivering a 2 for the straight for the really gross suck out. But okay, we made a gamble, we lost. Really frustrating because at this point we were probably tournament chip leader. But time to move on. Now foaming at the mouth to play any hand against the same person I just doubled up. One orbit later, my wish comes true. He min raises my big blind, and I'm defending really any 2 cards here, but with the ace-7 of diamonds, we defend and we go to a flop. I have noticed that he's been c-betting almost 100% of the time. So I check to see if he's still going to continue to c-bet, and lo and behold, he puts out a bet. And it's relatively small to the pot. So with a diamond draw, I decide to float one time and call his c-bet. After calling the c-bet, the turn's going to go check, check. And due to the small c-bet that we saw on the flop and checking the turn, I'm smelling a lot of weakness here. The turn and river both break out for us. But due to the weakness shown by the player, we decide to put out a chunky bet of 10K. We're at blinds of 500, 1,000, 1,000. So 10 bigs on the river. Get a fold, and we're moving on. We are just ace magnets going into this tournament. Seem to be picking them up constantly. I believe this is our 4th time picking these guys up. We 3-bet in late position and have 2 callers and go to a flop. The flop comes, I think, perfect for me. 6, 7, 8 rainbow. And interesting enough, the big blind is going to open rip it. Middle position is going to go all in himself. And there's absolutely nothing I can do here. I think I'm forced to fold, even face up. Aces here. I mean, I'm just losing to all sneaky 2 pairs and sets, flop straights, and that's exactly what's going on here. Flop 2 pair versus a flop straight, and I dodge it. And I'm feeling good with my reads, but kind of ridiculous we don't get any value there. So this next hand is what playing during the World Series of Poker time, even though we're at the Wynn, we're not at a bracelet event, is exciting. This is why it's really, really exciting. I'm playing a hand in position, Jack 10 suited, against America's Card Room's own pro, Drew Gonzalez. He just got moved to the table. He did just sniff out a gigantic bluff attempt from the person on his immediate left, calling with a middle pair on a full run out board. It was absolutely disgusting. So I'm going to try to play a pot in position against Drew. Wish us luck. Drew had min raised pre-flop to 2,000. I call plus the blinds. We have 5,500 in the pot. He checks it over to me on a board where we flop 2 pair and a backdoor heart draw. So we lead for 3,000, and Drew knows that too many people continuation bet in spots like this, so he's going to float one time and reevaluate on the turn. The turn is kind of a dream card for us with the 6 of hearts. We turn a flush draw to go with our top 2. When Drew checks it to us here, I think we have this board too much locked up. So we want to keep all of his bluffs in. So when he checks, we're going to check it back to see what he does on the river. The river is an ace of diamonds, a card I actually don't like because I think there's a chance that he has an ace in his hand or a potential other 2 pair. So when he checks here, I'm going to check back because I don't know a ton of hands that we beat, honestly, as well as hands that we can even bet and get value from here. So I think check's fine. I'm going to take down the pot, move on to the next hand. Drew, it was awesome playing with you. Look forward to playing with you some more. We're going to jump into the middle of a hand here with the 5-3 of diamonds to show that even if you have all of the outs in the world in tournament poker, sometimes you just don't get there and you got to pay someone off. So though we turn an open-ended straight, a flush draw, and we have a pair, we don't improve on the river against a top pair to stack someone off in a tournament. And sometimes it's just how it goes, and you have to lick your wounds and move on. And let me just note for anyone out there who's trying to get into tournament poker, there is a lot of all-in situations pre-flop, and you have to get comfortable. Winning, losing flips, it just happens. So like when a small stack, small blind jams on your big blind, you have to defend a lot. It's a suited face card is well within my range to defend 6 big blinds, right? So you just got to get comfortable with that. And once you do, you'll be able to run a lot deeper. Speaking of playing all in, we look down here at Jack 10 suited, flop top 2 pair, getting short stacked, which is it's been a really roller coaster ride. And again, that happens a lot in tournament poker. Big stack down to a smaller stack. When we flop top 2 and we see some action, we're gonna just try to bet as much as we can, get it in here. We're okay getting stacks in with top 2, and then dealing with the outcome after that. And hopefully we find a double up.
$48.5?
Yes.
I agree. Okay, I found a corner somewhere in the Wynn. I miscounted going into dinner break. I thought we had 62,000, but actually I have 52,000 with 6K blinds, which means I only have like 8.5 bigs after dinner break. There's 111 people left, 71 make the money. It is going to be a battle. Good luck us to try to spin something up. In our very first hand back from dinner break, we wake up with pocket 7s, call a shorter than us jam, trying to chip up and make a deep run. We run right in to jacks, and there's not even a sweat as he flops a jack for a set. Goodbye to half our stack. Still at 3,000, 6,000, 6,000. Suited king jack. We go heads up with the table chip leader. Flop completely air, which is unfortunate. However, we're able to go check, check. And when the turn is a king, I wager we've got to be good 100% of the time here. And maybe this is a sizing tell because I'm so short. I would be jamming anything. And I bet 1 big blind into a 5 big blind pot, trying to build it and get more value. He sniffs it right out, folds, and at least we get something, but was hoping to build it.
Check.
I lost my notes for this hand, but I see a pot being pushed our way, and goodness gracious, we'll take it this late stage in the tournament. So a little user error here. I end up taking a picture instead of hitting record, but I have ace 5 in the big blind, folds all the way around to the small blind, who completes, aka limps in. I decide at the 4,000, 8,000, 8,000 level with about 8 big blinds to rip it all in, put his max pressure on, and just pick up the blinds and move forward. He somehow finds a call after tanking with 2-3 offsuit. Flop comes ace 5-3. Turn is a 2. And the river is the most disgusting 2, giving him a full house, somehow finding a win there with 2-3 offsuit. I don't get it. I have no idea how he finds a call there. Maybe he figures his cards are live. Very disgusting. Out in 80th. But we just have to shake it off because we have so many tournaments lined up. Let's just move forward and try our best in the next event. Stick around to see the next video where we play in our very first live WSOP event. It's the $1,000 buy-in, Mystery Millions, and we're looking to grab the $1 million bounty as well as the $1 million first place. Stay tuned, and let's see how it goes.